like?
Oh, I do.
Okay, good.
You guys should be linked together by
I
now.
feel like that. She's in the tribe.
There's so much crossover too. I did start to stream.
Oh, okay.
So.
I hope it didn't catch that F-bomb I just laid.
Making mom proud.
I guess to my point, I'm disgusted with everybody right now.
You may want to tune out, folks. This is going to be a rough episode.
No. No, it's not. Once some people start tuning in, I'll knock it off. Everybody, like, there's only so woke you can be, all right? There's only
It's
so woke
exhausting to be woke.
anybody can be, right? Just, you gotta, moderation.
Right.
All things in moderation. And we're losing sense of that, I think. That's my point.
I get it.
And
It's a valid point.
if you're that concerned about worms or eating potential meat byproducts from a potato because a potato might have absorbed some calcium from a egg in a compost pile, so therefore the potato is no
I'm getting, like,
longer
this, like-
vegan.
Oh my gosh, I never even thought about that.
That's what that was what it was coming down to. That was one of the reasons why they didn't want to eat the root vegetables, because the root vegetables might suck up nutrients that came from an egg.
Right, like my
that
compost
came
out there, right there,
Yes.
has tons of eggs in it.
So if you're this hardcore of a vegan or whatever it wasn't vegan, it was something else.
It was a practice I'd never heard of. Jainism.
I don't know.
J-A-I-N. Yeah.
But you can't eat that potato then because it has animal byproducts
So
in
what
it.
are you going to eat?
I don't know.
I don't know how you would even know, like, have any sense of comfort around what your food has at that level, right? Like, sort of growing everything yourself in a very controlled setting,
But what if your backyard at one point was a native Indian burial ground, and then the bones decomposed
You're causing
down
me a lot
into
of
the
anxiety
soil?
right now, Mac.
So, like,
Poor Nicole's
where are
going to
you
starve to death.
where are we going to go on this?
I don't know.
So then here's the other thing. So then everybody wants to do all this stuff, right? It's great. So now we're ordering.
The intentions are good.
The intentions are great. But we're ordering our hemp Birkenstocks from Amazon, right? So your hemp Birkenstock is made in China somewhere, right? It goes on a huge ass
Shipping
container.
container.
Right.
Oh, right. The carbon footprint of those hemp Birkenstocks.
Yeah, it's enormous. Then,
And then it gets stuck in the Suez Canal.
correct.
It clogs everything
With
up.
yoga pants.
Right.
And some Starbucks K-cups, right? Then, hold on. Then when they come, they arrive in a truck that is driven by somebody that's only getting paid like $7.50 an hour, right?
Plus
Then-
mileage.
Yeah. Then you put the hemp Birkenstock on. You go in your backyard and you step on an ant, which you were supposed to be saving the ant.
I'm telling you.
How far are we going?
I feel like we ate some little mushrooms or something, and we're like in Allison's
Fortunately,
Wonderland.
we are live. Thanks for watching
Yes,
on
thanks for
YouTube.
tuning
If you're
in.
watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Porchcast Pottstown. Facebook, we have some people tuning in. Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. Here's another interesting question that I've been getting a lot lately. It started out a couple of weeks ago. People were saying to me, are you still doing that Porchcast thing? Yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday. Well, what days are you doing that? Every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock. Yeah.
What time?
What time? Because I was wondering if you were still doing it. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5. All right, so now everybody wants to know, Matt, are you still doing real estate? Because I see you have that show on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
They thought that you gave it up.
Yeah, I see you have that show on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock, and I'm wondering if you're still doing real estate. Yeah, both. It is possible.
They thought maybe you were making enough money from Porchcast and the Cast of Glocker to replace your real estate business. They thought maybe you gave up real estate at the height of the highest
that be a
point of the
dream?
real
That would
estate
be a
market in the last
dream.
20 years.
Yeah.
I heard today that there are more real estate agents in the country than there are homes for sale.
That's
That's what I heard.
Wait, hold on. What was that?
Is this a fact? Is this factual?
it feels like it. Let's just make it a fact. Because even if it's not, it's pretty freaking funny.
Well, you know what you can do now in this country? You can just make up facts.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Make
that's
'em up.
true.
Yeah.
So some real estate offices have like a lot of licensees. I did a transaction one time with the Keller Williams office down in Exton, and it just so happened that the broker of record was the agent that I was dealing with.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that
The
means.
agent, the broker of record is the leader, the
Okay.
top, the boss.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she said that in her office in Exton, she has over 400 licensed real
Oh my
estate
God.
agents.
Wow.
Out
But
of
it's just
one,
like- it's just like-
19341
Yeah.
zip code.
But it's just like anything else. The vast majority of those people aren't doing anything. You know what I mean?
Right. So they're
I
not
don't
really
even get
active.
the whole real estate. Like, there's so much like out of your pocket that you have to do
Yeah,
to be effective at your job. Like all the marketing.
Yeah,
all the.
that's true. And
love to
that's
hear more
why
about
I
that.
think it's good to pick an agency that's going to work with you, that you can fit in the culture. Because there are a lot of real estate agencies that are just in your pocket, you know, and you get charged for everything that you want to do. People see the commissions that we make on some of these sales, and they think that we're putting all that money in our pocket. We don't.
Right.
It's going out to sell people's homes.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you hire a professional photographer, you do some video, you make some pamphlets.
Well, you have to like there's paid advertising that you do to advertise properties.
But that's all
or,
you
or
guys. That's
mailing
not
lists
like
and-
the agency. That's
Depends
not the
on
real
where you
estate
work.
agency.
I'm fortunate enough to work at Glocker, which is a local independent real estate
And you're not
company.
just saying that because Jeff Frederick is watching right now, are you?
I think Jeff feels the same way that I do. We get a lot of help. You know, Matt Kennedy, who's our broker, helps us. So we do a lot of sharing of costs. So if I'm doing an advertising campaign, I can usually, at the very least, get Matt Kennedy to split the cost
Right.
with me.
Right.
Right.
But a lot of other agents are just like completely on their own.
Depends on where you work.
Right.
And, you know, it's another reason why I say I'm local. I'm your local real estate expert, right? Like I live here in this community. I live in the community. I work for a local independent brokerage. I'm not part of a big firm like Keller Williams
yeah, like
or
Century
Berkshire.
20. Does that even exist anymore?
Yeah, Century 21
Yeah.
still exists. Yeah. We're local. So when you choose a local agent and an independent broker, you're really choosing somebody that's literally working in
There's
your
the neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Are
So if you
still
want to
working with the
support local,
Bickelmans?
yeah, we're still doing some stuff. We have a project coming up on Lincoln Avenue that I went to today. That's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on Lincoln.
Nice.
And then there's another one up on Adams Street, North Adams Street, right across the street from Second Baptist. That's
I
a
tell
Cape
everybody,
Cod.
come look at Pottstown. It's the place to
Right.
be.
Do it. I'm still doing real estate, folks.
Nice.
Please call me. I need a little work.
How about if we introduce our guest, Matt?
There's a couple of different guests that we got to introduce. It's hard when we have regular watchers that come on the show because I feel like they're
Everyone
just
knows
here
them.
and everybody knows them. But
Where'd
Right.
Mom go?
this is
Well, they
Nicole.
know the name, but they might not know the face.
This is Nicole Vickers
Hey,
Matz.
guys.
Long time Porchtonian.
Yeah.
Top fan.
Yeah.
I am a top fan.
Nicole's on to talk about Pottstown Rotary.
I don't think I'm the most important guest today, though. She just shuffled on out of your kitchen.
All right. Well, we'll bring them on later. The other guests are upstairs, so we'll bring them on later.
When they
Say
come
hello.
back down, we got to show the other guests.
Yes.
Amy has visitors from out of town.
Yes.
COVID must be getting better
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we're receiving visitors.
Yes.
So Nicole Vickers Matz is here to talk about all the cool things that she has going on at Rotary. You're
Nicole,
the current
and-
club president?
No, I will be. I'm desperately clinging on to the non-president mantle that I have right now. Brooke Martin has been our president this year. Our
That's right.
year goes from end of June to July.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she's been, given a year of COVID, she's been amazing. So I think you guys had her on, a few months ago.
It was last summer. She was like one of
Oh,
our
the
first
pickles.
on-site visits, right, Matt?
Yes.
It was the middle of summer.
We went to her house.
Yeah.
She made us all those delicious pickled vegetables.
And you had like pate, like chicken.
Yes.
I was like
Yes.
wishing I had gotten an invite.
It was
for
in
that.
July because I had been I was talking about Gettysburg.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was in July.
Oh yeah, right. Good memory, Matt.
It was right after she became president, I guess.
Yeah.
She
yeah,
was
but it was like
newly minted.
a whole mix. It wasn't just about Rotary. It was about pickling, and I think I took notes.
Fermenting,
Yeah.
and pickling,
Yeah.
and we were drinking beer.
Oh yeah, there was tasting going on. It looks
And
fun.
Coffee Smith was still with us,
Mhm.
so we might even have been drinking some coffee.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a really strong stout, some kind of really strong stout that kind of kicked my butt. That
I think
day.
I passed on that. Not my speed.
I drank it, and it was strong. Laura LeCount McCluskey is
Your
on.
girlfriend?
Oh, she's like
She
one of my
was just on a
besties.
couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago to talk
Yeah.
about Rotary. She was on
She's
for Earth Day.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She was on the chamber. She's in Rotary.
Yes.
She does the polka dots. I don't know if you know the polka dots.
No,
No.
what is that?
So, Polka Dot Powerhouse is like a women's business networking
Okay.
group.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
What are you laughing at, Matt?
I think it's a funny name. It's funny. Polka dot.
It's pink.
Listen,
It is
if
kind
that
of a funny
makes
name.
me a sexist,
There
I
is
don't care
there's a
because
polka
it's
dot
funny.
playhouse. Isn't that around here?
It's got alliteration too.
Yeah.
I'm into
You should
alliteration.
have Donna Manley from Polka Dot on. She's a fun lady. Yeah,
So
I know that name too.
yeah.
I think though you were here to talk about what I've noticed the Rotary doing a lot lately is that you're teaming up with other organizations
Yes.
and you're kind of cross promoting
Mm-hmm.
each other
That's right.
and introducing other organizations to the Rotarians and vice versa.
Yeah, we're trying. So, I think the advantage of COVID is you kind of had to reflect on what you're doing and seeing where you could maybe put some pressure on to change things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had to be really adaptable and we were largely virtual for a while. We went to a hybrid environment. And it just put some pressure on you to look and see, okay, we changed and adapted to a global pandemic. What else can we change, right? So I'm the incoming president. I start July. And in looking at Rotary, there's some things that I love, and there are some things that personally frustrate me. I love it because I'm somebody that works from home. I'm in my house all the time. So for me, it was a way to get out and have a social network, and that's essentially where all the people, I think I even met you guys in some
Yes.
way through people that I met through Rotary. So it created a whole community for me. At the same time, Rotary is kind of isolated in some ways. We meet at Brookside Country Club every Wednesday, and we have a really active membership, but I think we're a little bit insular. And so my goal is to take all the good attributes that we have as an organization and get out in the community. Not that Rotary necessarily needs to do everything themselves, but to, like you said, pair up with groups like NAACP or maybe the Farmers Market or Operation 143, whatever these other groups are in the area that are doing a lot of good, and see how we can expand our recognition and our reach. So we're going to give that a go. It's also kind of selfish because we want to get new members. We want
Right.
people to know what we do. And I think if you walk down the street and say, hey, have you heard of Rotary? People go, I saw that sign on the road. But
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
think
It's at the
people really
entrance
know.
to like every town
It's every
in
town.
America.
There's a
Yeah.
Rotary sign. But I don't think anybody actually knows what we do or how many things we touch as an organization. So
Is
those
there
are some
a
things I want to
main-
change.
Nicole, is there like a main mission of Rotary International? Is there like a tagline or like the vision or the mission statement that's like a one-liner for Rotary International?
Yeah, so every year Rotary comes out with a new kind of theme for the year. And I think this theme you'll hear a lot is service above self. And this year, again, is focused on community service.
Yep.
So we are a service organization. People think of us as a business networking organization, and that's true. But I think more than that, it's a community service organization.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
So-
guys are trying to plan different projects and
Yeah.
to do in the community. And for instance, one of those things is you guys sponsor the pavilion down at Riverfront Park, right?
They just were there last night. Unfortunately, I had to miss it because we were waiting for a negative COVID test from my youngest son. But they just did a cleanup down there. So when you go to Riverfront Park and you're about to get on the bike path, that pavilion right there, that's the Rotary Pavilion. So that's just one example of like a feature that the Rotary is, put in to enhance our community.
Right.
And
And you're doing the duck race. So I put the slide up. So people that are watching the show, if
Yeah.
you have the ability to watch the show, there's going to be some slides that circle through. I do have pictures of the slides of the tickets up, and then there's the pavilion, and then there's a couple of other people. So
Right.
why don't you talk about your involvement in the 4th of July parade and celebration?
Yeah.
And then that way we can use that to segue into the tickets, because I
Yeah.
know the tickets are for sale.
yeah,
And then Amy can start talking about
I
Go
can start
Forth.
spewing about 4th of July.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
So let's
Yeah.
take the conversation there.
Okay. So, so first of all, I have to thank the Amy's and the Go Forth organization. So, Pottstown Rotary Club every year, there had been a pause, but we put on the 4th of July parade. And that's everything, organizing it, getting the sponsors, getting the people that actually participate in the parade. Historically, we've had to manage all the things around like security, things
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
permits and security.
All of that.
Yeah.
And I think this year the Amy's and the Go Forth swooped in to say, "Hey guys, let's be smarter about this. Let's join forces and make this a little bit of a lighter lift for
Yeah.
everyone." So again, the Pottstown Rotary Club is going to organize it, and we're looking for people that want to be in the parade. We're looking for sponsors, anything like that for the parade. But it's falling under the umbrella of the Go Forth.
Yeah.
So this year,
It
which
it
is
makes it easier that way.
so
It was
much
really
easier.
it was confusing for people to have both the Rotary fundraising for the parade and Go Forth
Yeah.
fundraising for the festival and the fireworks, and it kind of
We're going to the
conscientious
same
of, like
people.
going into the same people's
Yeah.
pockets, right, Nicole? So
Yeah.
we said we'll handle all of the fundraising, just funnel it all through us, and then we'll cut you a check, but you've got to organize everything. So it just makes more
Yeah.
sense that way. It's easier, I think, for the potential sponsors and donors just to give money to one organization.
And to be honest, I don't think had the Go Forth organization not offered to support the endeavor that way, I don't think we would have been able to even have it. And I think it's something
Oh,
that the community looks forward to coming out. We've been all locked in our houses
Yeah.
now for over a year. It'll be a nice opportunity to get outside. Hopefully, people maintaining safety precautions that are necessary until we're really in the clear. But get out and celebrate our town.
Now, when people buy their duck tickets,
Mm-hmm.
are so Go Forth and the parade are combined, or do you still have? Because remember,
Yeah,
in the
they're-
past there were two
yeah, there are
different.
two separate checks on here. So I think that the duck race, Nicole,
Mhm.
and the way the duck tickets are sold is a really good example of how Rotary supports other
Mhm.
organizations in the community.
Yeah.
Because when you buy the ticket for $5, a
Mhm.
portion of it goes to the organization that you check off. So there's probably 20 or 25 organizations on this duck ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
you could select which one you want
Mhm.
to support. Pottstown Go Forth Festival, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then a certain amount of your $5 goes to Rotary, but a certain amount of your $5 goes to the organization that you select. And so it's kind of like a little United Way kind of situation where you're supporting other organizations.
Yeah, and that's two things about the duck race. So, again, people not being familiar with what Rotary does. Rotary's been doing the duck race for 30 years now. And I have this number from Dick Franz that over the history, we've given $345,000 to other local nonprofits.
Wow.
So basically, when you sell a ticket, assuming you sell a fair volume of the tickets, 4 out of every $5 goes to that nonprofit that you pick.
Okay.
So
And how
it's
many?
it's a pretty good, easy fundraiser for the organizations, as long as you've got a good network of folks going out and selling the tickets.
yeah, it's such an easy fundraiser too. So if you are a nonprofit and interested in doing it next year, get in touch and we'll put you on the ticket. The ticket's getting a little long with nonprofits, so we may have to start putting in you have to sell a minimum number of tickets. But I think there's always room for helping other organizations.
How many organizations are on the ticket?
I think
Like how many different groups can I try to sponsor?
Well,
buy-
each
I'll
ticket
buy
you
one
can
ticket-
only
one ticket
sponsor
for each
one.
group.
Yeah.
How many groups
so I
are
think
there?
there's like 30.
I'm
right?
counting. 16, 17,
It's
18,
it's too many this year, to be honest. We got to kind of streamline it, but
29. There's 30.
30 groups.
Yeah, 30 groups.
So you pick your favorite nonprofit.
Yeah.
And you try to buy
You
the
can
ticket.
mix it up every week. You could, maybe it's Go Forth this week, or the library, or Old House Arboretum. Yeah, I know. You could just throw a dart and
Nathan
it
Lab is saying he'd like to donate towards the Go Forth Festival.
right on. Look at
Colebrookdale
that.
Railroad.
All right, Nathan, we are going to get in touch with you. Our organizing efforts have been very compressed. So Amy and I are like, with no offense to one-arm paper hangers, we're like one-arm paper hangers. So we will be in touch with you on how we can team up like we have in the past, as far as sponsorship and helping you promote the Fireworks Express, assuming that you're doing it this year. So we will be in touch very soon.
Ooh, the Fireworks Express sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireworks Express is you get on the train in Boyertown, you ride the train down to the park, which is great because the park is a little bit difficult to get to this year.
Right.
Right.
So that's why you're doing the street fair instead of the park.
Yes. The reason that we moved the daytime portion of the activities to downtown is really twofold. First of all, it's pretty difficult to get to the park right now because the footbridge is out and the King Street Bridge is out. But also, the downtown businesses, and especially the restaurants, have been really, really hard hit by the pandemic and shut down, open. So we thought, like, if we can get all the people that normally come down to the park to just stick around downtown after the parade, wouldn't that be great for the restaurants and the beer gardens and the businesses? So that was why we decided to have a street fest this year instead of the daytime activities in the park. So it'll be parade at 11 o'clock, right, Nicole?
Yep,
Parade
we're
at
having
11?
a Zoom
Parade
on this,
at
Amy.
Parade at 11, and then the street fest from 1 to 5, and then the park will open around 6 for spectators for the fireworks, which will be at 9 p.m.
And that's going to be awesome. Yeah, we're not sure. So normally the duck race, for those of you who have not enjoyed it in person, is we actually take plastic ducks that are numbered, and we float, I don't know, maybe
Thousands
thousands
of
of
them.
ducks,
Yeah.
right, down
Yep.
the Manatawny, and there's a net where we catch them, so we're not just like polluting the riverways with plastic ducks. We reuse them every year. But literally it's like a race. Whoever, we collect the first few ducks.
Right.
So last year what we
normally
had to
you
do.
get right in there, like in
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's
In the
people
muck.
in there. Yeah.
Exactly. So, wow. This
Nice.
This is
what the heck is that?
Somebody doing a peel out.
There's like a drag race happening out
Yeah,
front.
that's cool.
This
Wanna go out
this is the joys of a live show in an outdoor environment.
In a downtown.
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
downtown.
I don't know how much the mics picked up with that. Somebody just peeled
it
rubber.
Was really, it sounded like a dragster.
It was
event.
good. Whoever
Yeah.
did it knew what they were doing. Whew. That was a good one.
Laid some rubber out there, I
The
think.
best I can do is like go out a second and pop the
Pop your
engine.
clutch.
That's it. That's all I can do.
So the ducks come down the Manatawny. If you-
Manatoni.
Manatawny.
Manatawny.
If you've never seen the ducks come down the Manatawny, You should go down there and see it because
But you're
it's
probably
something
going to have
be
to wait
seen.
another year,
You have
right?
to wait another year.
Go
We're
down
not
there.
doing it that way.
How are
year.
you doing it this year?
We're still refining that. So last year we basically took the tickets and put it in a big tub and kind of.
Oh, I remember that. You did that over at Brookside, virtually.
Yeah. So hopefully, we're hoping to actually do it downtown. We've thought about maybe using the fountain, or we'll come up with something creative. But buy a ticket.
That would be
Yeah,
cool.
you could put it in the
Swim them all in the fountain, right? And then stir them around, and then every now and then just pick one out.
So we're thinking about it. We're
Yeah.
thinking about
I
it.
don't know if you'd be able.
Don't think.
All right, just
do.
do.
I don't know if you'll be able to get thousands of ducks in that little pond.
So what?
But you could get some like some. You can.
I
You can
think
do the,
waves of ducks.
Yeah, you can do
right?
the tickets in like in a big bin, and then just have some like symbolic ducks in
Yes, I think that's really the ducks will be symbolic. So,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited to start to be able to do things downtown. I'm really, you guys know, super bullish on Pottstown, pro Pottstown, and I haven't been out to eat, or I miss everything. I miss all the restaurants and just seeing people you know, and so hopefully.
Where are you on your vaccines?
One down.
You
one
got
to
another
go.
one.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to move around a
I
little
can't
more
wait.
freely.
Yeah. So excited.
So speaking of downtown, because one of the reasons you came on the show, and it is being promoted on the slide, is that you have a business-to-business mixer coming up with the Rotary, right?
Yeah.
So break them off.
Yeah, so on the 19th, that's next Wednesday, at the Alley, we're having a B2B mixer. And I know a lot of people have been to our mixers in the past. We did one at Red Horse, probably before the pandemic. We probably had, I would guess, 150, 200 people.
Yeah, there was a
attend.
lot of people there.
Yeah.
It was pretty crowded. There was people all downstairs and then upstairs too. Yeah.
They're great events. They're fun. If you're serious about networking, you can certainly do that. But, you know, it's a nice chance to be outside, and we really would love to see a good turnout for this. We're going to have, apps. People be responsible for their own beverages. But if you're interested in that, there's a Facebook event, or you can go on the Rotary website and register for that, and we would love to have you.
And what day is that again?
The 19th. So Wednesday, the 19th, and starting at 5, I think.
I
What
can't
did I
read
say?
the flyer. I'll have to blow it
Yeah.
up.
Oh, but one thing with
Do we have
this
it
that
in
I
there?
really want to emphasize is if you do come, what we would really like, other than you bring in some cash for your own beverages, is to bring a donation, whether a food donation or a small contribution to Operation 143. If you don't know Operation 143, it used to be Operation Backpack.
Mm-hmm.
They basically take backpacks, fill them with food for kids that may otherwise not have any meals over the weekend. So we're trying to have some fun and do a little good at the same time.
Lauren's saying that 5:30 at
5:30.
the Alley.
Thanks, Lauren.
5:30 at the Alley next
Yeah.
Wednesday.
And you
Yeah.
guys are supplying appetizers?
We are.
So
yeah.
free food. I'll be
Free
there.
food.
Oh, that's nice.
Right on.
5:30 on
Come
Wednesday.
on over. Have some fun.
It'll be tough because I have another show at 6, but I'll try to be there.
Yeah,
At
come
least
early.
For 5
We'll let you
minutes.
in. Yeah. And I think they're opening specifically for us. So I think the Alley is not open. That's what one of my Rotary colleagues had said. So they're not usually open on Wednesdays?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So this is a way to not only meet people from Rotary, but
Oh, no.
meet other people from the business community.
Right, because
And-
you don't have to be a Rotary member to go to that, right, Nicole?
No. This is open to different businesses. People just want to come out and have a good time, meet a good group of people. If you're interested in Rotary, we want to have you, sure, but it's not just to promote joining Rotary.
Now, I want to help dispel a couple of myths because this is some of the
Please.
stuff that I've seen
Yeah.
on Facebook. And
Oh,
one
myth
of the
busting.
one of
Yeah, I
the
like it.
reasons why Porchcast exists is to bust myths.
Cool.
Do you need to be a business owner in order to join the Rotary Club?
No.
You don't
so
own a business,
I
right?
do not own a business. The reason I joined Rotary is I was around the community doing I was doing some roadside cleanup in Upper Pottsgrove, and I would come back and I'd say, oh, there's a Rotary doing Adopt a Highway over on 724. I'd I'd see them doing some sort of service project and thinking like, oh, they're doing it all. And I was friends with Bill Brogley and Brooke.
William
William Paul Brogley.
Esquire.
He was actually my sponsor for Rotary, so hopefully he doesn't regret that too much. And so for me it was a service. Some people just want to come and hang out and do fun things. Some people like seeing a presenter come talk about some interesting topic once a week, have a nice dinner. But it's not about being a business owner. It's
And here's another one.
Mhm.
It's all old white guys.
Well, Nicole doesn't look like an old white guy to me.
I would say that, like in all rumors, there's sometimes a nugget of truth, right?
Uh-huh.
So for a long time, Rotary was predominantly white, affluent male. And actually, I don't know if you have a picture of Dick there or Jean.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, if you could pull them
I'm gonna
up.
put the slide back up.
Yeah.
And you'll see two people. You'll see Dick
Yeah.
Franz,
Dick
and then you'll
Franz.
see a woman. What's her name?
Her name is Jean Spot.
Oh,
So-
Jean. Yeah, Jean's who we work with on the Ducks.
On the Dick race, yeah. So Dick Franz is a pioneer of sort. He is, aside from being your neighbor across the street,
Mhm.
involved heavily in the parade and the duck race, and just a wonderful human being. He was a pioneer in Rotary and really lobbied for them to have their first woman member, which is Jean. And this was
great.
actually not that long ago, so maybe like 20 years-ish.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, I know. I think it was 2004 the Pottstown Rotary Club had their first female member.
My head just exploded. That's
Yeah.
that's so recent.
But it's not anymore.
It's
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I want to go through this, right?
Do
so,
I have that right, Lauren?
so
Can you fact check me
currently,
on that?
currently,
Yeah,
The
we need a fact
president-
check, please.
the
Fact check.
president of Pottstown Rotary
Yeah.
is Brooke Martin,
Before that was Kirsten Geiser, woman.
Mhm.
right?
Now it's me, and,
And then after that is going to be
Lauren.
Lauren.
4 women in a row.
Yeah.
Four in a row.
Yeah.
So the
2001.
Rotary is
The
not
fact
all
checker says 2001.
white guys.
2001.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, so
yeah.
20 years.
Although
exactly.
maybe in order to be a president now, you got to be a middle-aged white lady.
Right, it could be. Yeah. Don't give me the stink eye. I see that.
No, I'm making
so-
jokes. I'm making jokes.
Yeah.
I'm making jokes.
I'm very offended. This
I know.
woke white woman over here is offended. So we have made great strides in diversifying by gender, and we have some work to do.
Mhm.
Like, and we're also getting more diverse by age. So we're attracting younger members,
Yep.
and that's, the way we do that is like talk about things people care about. Like we have to have some fun. Rotary's International's mandate is to really, for our club to look like our community. And
Right.
my goal this incoming president this year is to move the dial on that. I'll just throw this out there to anybody that's listening that might have an interest. I am actually planning to form an advisory panel on diversity, equity, inclusion. So if that's something that you are passionate about and you're from the community and you know Pottstown, throw your hand up. I'd love to talk to you.
So you got the gender diversity going,
Mhm.
but you need a little bit more racial diversity.
Racial,
I've been to your meetings.
socioeconomic.
I've been to your
Yeah.
meetings.
Yeah.
You need a little more racial diversity.
Yes, yeah.
Right. Well,
Do you
and if
think
your
we
and if
should
your goal is
maybe-
to look like our community, then yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Well, part of that, when I think about it is, right, we're sitting in Brookside Country Club, which is a wonderful place. And Mike Sloan is the manager over there, turns himself inside and out to, like, make that place as welcoming and the club as a whole is welcoming. But I think we have to be out in the community showing who we are, what we care about, what our values are as an organization, for people to say, yeah, that's something I want to be part of. Like, I don't think enough people know what we do or what we are involved with to say, yeah, I want to invest my time there. So
Right. So, I mean, that's one of the things too, and I'm making a lot of jokes just because I'm
Yeah.
in that I'm in that mood today.
Please.
I am.
Please.
But also,
Yeah.
I think it is important, and I see what you're doing. So I see what you're doing.
Thanks.
You're having the NAACP come to Brookside Country
Yeah.
Club
Mhm.
and sit down and have a meal. So, that's diversity, right? You have women membership, you have women presidents. That's diversity.
Mhm.
You're bringing the club out of the country club. So
Right.
you're leaving the little country club enclave.
Mhm.
You're going down to the alley. You're going to Red Horse Motoring Club. You're going around to different places in the
Right.
community to give people access to the club,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Because I think it's that access
Yes.
that kept people from wanting to join or thinking that they even could join,
Right.
right? Because I wasn't seeing the Rotary, for instance, in my neighborhood or
Right.
around people that looked like me. Now I am.
Good.
So I
So
appreciate.
we're moving the dial.
I think you are. I
Good.
think you are. And I think the other side of it too is that people on the other side of that spectrum, right? So your audience that you're trying to reach, the minority community, has to kind of take down some of their barriers too, right? One of the things that I've experienced in the black community in Pottstown is there are some barriers up. They don't want to reach across the aisle because historically that reach hasn't been accepted on the other side.
Mhm.
I think there's a time,
I think we're at
and
that
the
time.
time is now,
Yes.
that people in the black community need to put that aside a little bit.
Right.
And if they see somebody reaching over to them and across to them, they need to extend the handshake. They need to extend their hand too.
I am
So
ready
it's
to
a two-way street. It's a
reach out
two-way
my hand.
street.
Mhm.
And we can't always keep going and living in the past and say,
Right.
oh, well, in the past, the Rotary wouldn't let me join. In the past, I couldn't go to Brookside. In the past, I couldn't go to this place. In the past, I couldn't go to that place. That's all true.
Yeah.
And no one's taken that away from anybody.
Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, I certainly I knew I was not welcome at Brookside Country Club. Matt Green wasn't getting in there. But I go there now,
Right.
no problems.
Right.
So,
And I would say if there's organizations out there that are looking to collaborate, reach out. Like, let us come to you. I want to be in the community and serving what the community's needs are. So,
Right.
like for example, Johnny Corson, after NAACP came in, the Pottstown Middle School, Diana Stitt had a need about the microphones, and he reached
Yes.
out and he coordinated with all different organizations to make the funding of that happen, right? And that's not that it's always about funding. Sometimes it's maybe like David Charles came in. He talked about wanting to get mentors for Strive, like whatever your need is. Let's talk about it and figure if we can work together.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Rotary, if you look at the logo there on the bottom right hand corner of your
Yeah.
screen, right? It's a gear. It's a cog in a wheel.
Right.
So when I think about Rotary, that's exactly what I think. The Rotary's there to kind of
I
go
like
together
that,
and
Matt.
work to make the
You're
machinery
on our marketing committee.
work.
So
I have to be a member
like it.
first.
You can be ad hoc.
I want to mention one thing more about membership. So there's like full membership, which you come to the club, you have dinner, there's meals and your typical dues. But there's also, if you care about service, we also have a service membership that's really affordable and it's just a nice way to make some good connections and friendships. And actually, we did a trash pickup in downtown, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago.
That was back in March,
You
right?
know who showed up at that? It's Porchtonians.
There was a lot of
Strong.
Porchtonians.
Representing strong.
There was.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
guys are like honorary members for sure.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
take
glad.
it.
Yeah.
We want to help out. It's kind of the mission. It's become our mission here on Porchcast is to kind of help spread the word
Yeah,
and be
spread the word
voice.
and to connect people. We do a lot of
Right.
that.
We do a lot of connection.
Yeah.
And I think we're willing to share our platform. So if somebody
Yeah.
wants to come on the show and they
Yeah,
have
somebody got a
something to
message
say,
to share. We're happy to do that.
please call us. It's easy to do, right? Like, Nicole, how did you land on the porch today?
I think I harassed you.
Yeah, it was really hard too, right?
It was terrible.
Yeah, Nicole called up and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I come on the show?"
Yeah.
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 And the cool thing is that Matt and Navy are going to come and to Rotary and show us everything they do. So
Yeah, we got pushed back a little bit because
we'll get there.
June 2nd is Pottstown's graduation,
Good stuff.
and I have a graduating senior, Patrick Green. So,
can I tell you one more cool thing?
Yeah,
that
go
Rotary,
ahead and do it.
This is the last thing. A little plug.
and I want you to make sure that you plug the alley again too, because
Oh yeah,
I can
you gotta
see
come. That's gonna be so fun.
people have now come on and off the show.
Yeah,
So there's some people that just watch it at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then there's other people that pick it up in the middle.
yeah.
So I want you to replug the alley
Okay.
thing.
May
before.
19th
Yes.
is Rotary's B2B Mixer at the Alley. They're opening special for us. There's going to be food. It's outside. You can, if you listen to the CDC guidelines, we can be outdoors pretty safely. Come enjoy a beverage and some food and hang out with us, and maybe bring a food item for our Operation 143 friends.
So the business-to-business mixer Rotary is happening May 19th at
Yeah.
5:30 at the Alley on High Street.
Yeah.
Go down there and meet other Rotarians, meet Porchtonians, meet people from the community. See how you can get yourself plugged in, or just learn something new about what the Rotary or some other business does here in the borough of Pottstown.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
So
for
the
us?
last thing, I'm so excited about this. So one of the not Pottstown, Rotary has areas of focus, and one of the ones that they just recently added this year that I'm excited about is environment. And I submitted for a grant this year to help out the Alt House Arboretum. I know you did a show there not too long ago.
Yeah, we did a show with the cast at Glocker on Old House. Yep.
Well, I don't know if you got over there, but Alt House, is part of the Arboretum, they have a 1-acre plot that basically is a farm that the students have completely built out. They plant, they harvest. So we got a grant to help them build out their infrastructure. And what they do is last year they worked with Pottstown Hospital, and I think the cluster, maybe Pottstown Health and Wellness is involved. I'm not entirely sure about that. But they basically grew fresh food and distributed it to 25 families in the area. So they would do weekly drop-off. And so the grant I got working with Ken Hamilton over there, and thank you, Ken, for all the information to help support that grant app, is to essentially double their capacity. So they'll be able to help 50 families in the area, fresh produce that they can kind of pick and choose what they like. So it's not like you're going to get a bag of cabbages and you hate cabbage.
Rutabagas and
A
arugula.
potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how CSAs
That
can
grew on
contain
a-
Potatoes fresh with aphids and other things.
yeah. Kohlrabi. Like, what the hell do you do with kohlrabi? Like,
Right.
what is it's like
Sauteed in garlic. The same
Yeah.
thing you do with everything else you don't
right.
know what to do with.
If you're
Sauteed
a
in
good
garlic.
Italian, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, just another way that Rotary's efforts go to supporting local
Nice.
organizations.
So it's like a crop share that they have there
Yeah,
almost. It's like a CSA.
And I don't know how they qualify, like, which families are in need. And it's not specifically just downtown Pottstown. It goes out to, like, Royersford. But nonetheless, supporting local families. So,
There you go.
yeah, good stuff.
There's no reason for anybody to be hungry in Pottstown or the
Yeah.
surrounding community.
Yeah, with,
Plenty
like,
of,
mosaic
There's so
and
much.
trellis and...
I
yeah.
know I get people look at me funny when I say that, but there's so many food resources in this area.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Right.
If somebody's struggling with food security, you just have to get them plugged in.
Yeah.
Rotary stands for service. That's what they stand for, Bobby Flam.
Yep.
Their mission
Bobby.
is service in the community.
I like it.
All right, so listen, why don't you...
We got a lot of activity happening in the
Yeah.
kitchen right now.
Yeah, and you need to let people know
I
who
know,
is
so-
visiting you.
so
Our
my s-
numbers are down
my
on
spe-
the show this week because
Because our
Two
top
of our-
fan is in my kitchen.
two of our regular
They're
watchers...
being very shy, though. They don't want to come on the camera.
No?
Oh.
I don't think you Can you see them there? I don't know
Not
if you can see them
really.
there.
There's too
No?
much glare.
Too
Your
much
dad
glare.
would have to poke his head this
All right,
way.
well, here, they can poke their heads over. So my parents are here. Could say, cheers.
There's
Cheers.
one of the
Go down just a
moms.
little bit.
There's one of the moms.
So here's the mom.
Stay safe,
I haven't
everyone.
seen my parents in a year and a
Aw.
half. So.
And
stay
now they're
tuned.
here.
Good.
Yes, now they're here.
Yeah.
So. yeah.
There was literal blubbering
It
going
was
on
loud.
before
There
the
was
show.
blubbering. Yes, there was.
I tried to get
And
the
my
blubbering
dad, and
on
my dad,
camera.
too.
That's one of my
Here's-
favorite things about Amy Wolf.
here's
is
the
she's a
dad.
This is
crybaby.
my dad.
There you go.
God.
Woo!
Very happy to have them here.
Aw.
And Levi just got home with the groceries.
I'm so happy to see that table being used.
Yeah, so that
Aw.
It
table,
goes back many years.
like it's probably 40 years old, right?
Probably,
Yeah,
probably.
probably 40 years old. So
This one
they
right here?
love it.
Yeah.
So and Levi is here with the groceries.
And by the way, you guys are doing a very nice job. I'm proud of you.
Oh,
Thank you.
he's our
Dad's
biggest fan.
proud.
So
Aw.
Dad, every day at about 6 o'clock, 6:05, he sends me the review of the show. He sends me an email
Aw.
with the review of the show. And of course, Levi is here also. So that's all the activity going on. The mics are pretty tight. I don't know how much of that sound they're catching.
Not a
but-
whole lot. Enough
Yeah.
to enough that there's something going on in the background, but I thought that your mom and dad would we have to get them immortalized on video
Yes.
because they are such a big part of
They
the show.
are a big part of the
They
show.
are.
every
I know.
week.
Top fan.
Yeah,
Top fan.
top
Top fans.
fans.
So, all right, we do have a little bit of news
Right on.
Bring it.
and activities. All right, this weekend, very exciting, opening day of the Pottstown Farm down at Smith Family Plaza. Was very impressed with the farm last year, and I know they've got a lot of great vendors lined up for this coming weekend. I'm sure you will see lots of Porchtonians out there. So that is from 9 to 1 at Smith Family Plaza, and our friend Matt Moyer will be doing readings of his books. I can't remember what the times are for Mr. Moyer.
Yeah,
I
he
think
had
he's
them
doing 2
broken
readings,
down.
maybe 10 and 12 or something like that.
Something
So
like that.
that is exciting. You can buy a copy of the book and get it signed by Mr. Moyer. Also this weekend is the fishing derby sponsored by the police, what is it, the
To PPOA, Pottstown
Pottstown
Police
Police Officers
Officers
Association.
Yeah, that's
That
their
is at
local
7:30
union.
at Memorial Park. Enter through the King Street side, which is really about the only way that you can enter. So that's 7:30, and it's for kids 12 and under, the fishing derby.
And after the fishing derby's over, you and I are going to go down there and clean up whatever's left.
To see whatever fish. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go down for a couple hours. I mean, my parents are going to be here all weekend, so
Oh, I mean, I'm just
we'll
saying
just pop down.
any day after the
Oh, got it.
the rodeo, because they're not going to catch all those fish.
Right.
They'll still be there. And then you got your fishing license, so you can
I
go
did.
fishing with me.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Looking
doing
forward
it.
to
I love it.
Also, this Saturday, May 15th, is also maybe my birthday, but that's just a little aside. 8 a.m. is yoga at Riverfront Park, sponsored by Samana Holistic Center and Pottstown Parks and Recreation. So that is 8 a.m. if you're up that early on a Saturday at Riverfront Park.
Can I add an 8 a.m. on Sunday thing? For the
8
weekend?
a.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, but can I add an early morning Sunday thing to your list?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On 8 a.m. on this Sunday, there is flag placing at St. Al's Cemetery for in honor of the veterans.
Oh, that's nice.
Organized by Frank Strunk, and then the following Sunday at Highland, 8 a.m. Should anybody want to jump in and help?
So that's 8 a.m. on Sunday at the St. Al Cemetery,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
which is on
Bucher.
High Street, right?
It's on Bucher. It's in
That-
Lower.
They're both. There's two. The old one's on High Street.
Right.
That is true.
Got
That's
it.
St. Al's.
Okay.
But I think she's talking to the new one up on Buchert Road.
Okay. Got it.
Correct.
All right. The 22nd, that's next Saturday, is Love Rocks Painting Party at 10 a.m. at the Mosaic Garden, 423 Chestnut Street, hosted by Pottstown Community Arts, 10 a.m. So you can go and paint some rocks.
Is
They're
it
gonna put
22nd
some-
Saturday
They're
or
going to
Sunday?
put some more Tempura paint on stuff.
522.
I think that's
That's
Sunday.
next Saturday, right?
Is it Saturday?
Yeah.
That's coming up.
6/5, June 5th, Harrison's birthday. There is a park cleanup at Riverfront Park at 8:30 a.m. That is sponsored by the Kiwanis Club. Coming up on Memorial Day, our friend Mike Murphy sent a bunch of information. They are having a Memorial Day motorcade and Memorial Day service at Veterans Island, 31 May 2021. What is KSU? KSU, is that a military thing?
That's one I'm not
At 10 a.m. You know, he writes everything in military. So
1,000 hours.
Yeah, 1,000 hours.
Front and center, trooper.
So the motorcade will be leaving at Goodwill, from Goodwill Fire Department, at High and Adams at 10 a.m. Line up at Goodwill, commence at 1,000 hours down High Street to Manatawny, and then to the Veterans Island for a memorial.
Ceremony. Is that on Memorial Day?
That is on Memorial Day itself.
And then he's having a Memorial Day cleanup. He's having a cleanup prior to that.
Oh,
or
yes.
is that the Kiwanis one?
Okay, so this was he sent before. This was Saturday, May 8th. They had their cleanup on May 8th.
Okay, so that already happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Kiwanians are doing another one.
June 5th.
Okay.
Yep.
A lot going on.
So there's that. Hold on.
Yes.
Still time. You can also still buy bricks. Brick order form if you want to order a brick to support Veterans Island. We can get you that form.
What time does the parade start again? The Memorial Day parade.
It's a motorcade. It's not a parade.
Motorcade.
It's a motorcade. And 10 o'clock. Line up at 10 o'clock.
At Goodwill.
Correct. Nobody's marching. It's a motorcade only. Yep. May 22nd is the Charity auction at the Carousel for the Pottstown Library. That is from 12 to 3.
Have you
Food,
guys
drinks,
seen the
raffle
pictures
baskets.
of those chairs? They're amazing.
The
Yeah,
chairs
I know
are
the
great
chairs are
every year.
exceptionally beautiful this year.
Wow.
Really, really beautiful.
Oh.
We were proud to sponsor one.
Which one's yours?
Also on Monday, May 31st, is a
She
Memorial Day Murph. I don't know what that means.
Murph, it's a workout.
Oh, okay. I definitely don't know what that
No,
means.
it's a really hard workout
Brutal.
in honor of I think he was a SEAL. I think he was a special warfare operator. So he was a Navy SEAL that got killed in Iraq.
Okay.
And they do a special workout in his honor on Memorial Day.
Very nice.
Dude must have been a beast.
Right.
Because I just tried one part of the Murph.
I can't
and
even
I couldn't
read it
finish
and I'm out of breath.
Yeah,
Lauren
it's a lot.
McCloskey does this, and
She's
I
a
joined her.
nut.
She's a nut.
She's one of them CrossFit nuts.
She is, and she's like, she that girl's a beast.
Well,
did
here's
the
what
same
it
thing.
is. I will tell you what it is. So this is on Monday, also on Monday, May 31st, which is Memorial Day. Start at 8 a.m. I'm already out. So this is the Pottstown Athletic Club / CrossFit Pottstown, free and open to the public community fitness event.
Yeah, they're at the Armory on
Monday,
King
May
Street.
31st, 8 a.m. 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups.
Yep.
100 pull-ups?
Yeah.
Who can even do 100 pull-ups?
I can't. That's what knocked me out because my
200
shoulders are
push-ups.
too messed up. I
Yeah.
can do that.
300 squats.
Yeah.
300.
Knees gone.
Yeah.
And then another mile run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker. If you have a 20-pound vest, wear it.
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Just
Yeah.
a little special sauce there.
Just a little, just to make it interesting.
I just did the squats and I couldn't sit down on the toilet for like a week. Honest to God. Stairs, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
I did the runs. I did as many pull-ups as I could. I can't do pull-ups because my shoulders
Right.
jacked up.
Right.
And I did maybe 100 squats. I couldn't finish it. I couldn't
It's
finish
brutal.
it. I could not finish it. I
That's-
did as much as I could,
Yeah.
and I was good.
Kudos to anybody that can even get through half of this.
Yeah.
So this is open to the community, and following it, there will be a picnic sponsored by the Pennsylvania Army National Guard. Food and beverages provided by Blackjack's American Pub and Grill. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
At least they feed you.
nice. Yeah, I wonder if they count. If you don't do all 300 squats, do you still get to eat?
Right. You just get
Yeah,
french
you
fries.
do. Because there was a couple of years where I didn't do the Murph at all, and I just went to the breakfast.
Nice.
Because they used to have the breakfast for the Murph at Brick House
Right.
when Brick House was still open.
All right, so Dave must be like tied into this somehow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
so you
Dave
just
Walsh
Mhm.
and
Rob Matthews.
their buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on. If anybody has any other events, please send them to us, and we will be happy to share them. Hope to see everybody down at the farm this weekend.
Farm out.
Farm's
Yeah.
gonna be awesome.
And listen, don't forget the farm accepts your EBT card.
Yep.
So if you have somebody in your life or know someone that uses EBT, they get food assistance. You can use your EBT card to
for
make purchases at the farm.
Fresh fruits and vegetables. Don't forget about your Rotary Duck tickets to support Pottstown Go Forth Festival or the Rotary Duck 4th of July Parade, either or.
Just buy some tickets,
Just buy
man.
some
Yeah, buy
tickets.
tickets and help out a nonprofit that you love and you care about.
All right, that's all
Anything
I got on my
else for
list.
good of the order?
That's all I got on my list.
That's
think we
all I
should let
got.
This
Yeah.
woman go visit her with her parents.
Yes, we're going to get you off the air. Nicole
Nicole
Matz
has
and
to
I.
take her fish home, and you have to take your eggs home.
I know
was
we
just gonna
did a
say.
fish and egg exchange.
Yes,
It's a
we
little bit
did.
of a barter.
We'll post some pictures up on that later. But
I'll send you the
I'm
picture.
willing to barter eggs and fish or whatever else you want to barter with. It's fishing season, and I've been out regular. Here's the other thing too. I'm hearing more and more that people are anti-worm now. If you are trying to eradicate worms from your garden or compost pile or whatever else,
You'll be happy to help in that effort.
I will drop a bucket off at your house. As you come across the worms, just throw them in the bucket. Give me a call. I'll come and pick the bucket up. It's a free service.
Do you have to put
at
like
that.
water in there? We have to put
Uh,
dirt in there, right?
All you have to do is throw the worms in. I'll take care of everything else.
But what if you can't get there for a couple of days?
They're fine.
Okay.
I put enough water in there. They'll
You
be
put
fine.
enough
for
what in?
Water.
Okay.
There's plenty of water. So listen, if you want to get rid of these worms, these invasive worms, or you're worried that the worm is going to somehow ruin your vegan diet, please call me. I'll help you eradicate the worms. I'm being dead serious.
It's a very nice service for you.
I have
to
a whole
perform.
worm removal system in place. Amy Francis was the first recipient,
Mhm.
and I have plenty of buckets. Let me know. And then if you want to trade fish, I'll trade fish for anything.
Those fish
Eggs,
look beautiful.
meat. Those are some nice ones.
They really-
I got her
yeah.
some good ones.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Matt Green at Glocker Real Estate. I'm still doing real estate, folks. I still have my
When's
license.
Porchcast? When's the next Porchcast?
Next Porchcast is going to be Tuesday at 5 o'clock. And
At
then
what time?
Tuesday at 5.
What's it called?
Porchcast. I'm still doing real estate, folks. Call me if you need help selling or buying residential or commercial real estate in Pottstown or the surrounding area. The surrounding area means northern Chester County, eastern Berks County, or western Montgomery
Groves,
County. The
the
Groves are
5.
included. Basically, drop a pin in the middle of Pottstown and draw a 20-mile radius. I will help you with real estate anywhere in that circle.
That's a pretty big circle.
That's a good size. I like it.
Still doing real estate. Nicole Matz joined us today from Pottstown Rotary. Pottstown Rotary International. They are a service club and service organization. If you would like to learn more about Rotary International, reach out to Nicole Vickers Matz on Facebook. Or you can go to Facebook and search Pottstown Rotary. It pops right up. Next Wednesday, the 19th,
It's the
5:30.
B2B.
Business to business mixer at the alley. Come down and meet the lovely Nicole Matz in person.
I'm delightful.
Absolutely. Amy Wolf is the lady boss over at Wolf Baldwin and Associates.
We didn't even get to arm wrestle.
No, we
Amy.
didn't.
It's so
Battle of the Lady
There's
Bosses.
no hair and makeup when I got here. This has really been a letdown.
We'll work on that. I'll be applying makeup. Amy Wolf is the lady boss over at Wolf Baldwin and Associates, bringing you fine legal service in the borough of Pottstown since 1973.
Just don't call me at the last minute when you got a deadline.
Come
tomorrow.
Right.
on,
Hate that.
people.
Nicole, I'm going to come down next Wednesday. We can arm wrestle down
All right,
at the
I like
alley.
it. I like it. It'll be the feature event.
It's
of the
on.
night.
Yeah, but you can call Levi if you have a workers' comp hearing tomorrow. He'll get right on it.
Okay, good.
Or if you want to arm wrestle,
Or if
call
you wanna
Levi
arm
Wolf.
wrestle.
He's open for arm wrestling at lunch.
Mm.
Listen, we are Porchcast. Let's talk.
Have a good
soon.
weekend, everyone.